Hello everybody, Matt here and welcome back to another video on Cobblers Vlogs. Before we go anywhere, I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas over the last couple of days. But our attention turns back to the football as the Cobblers are in action on Tuesday night. They take on Gillingham. It's going to be a tough one. Let's get into their last preview of 2020. So it's going to be a tough one for the Cobblers on Tuesday night at home to Gillingham. It's a game they need to win. The Cobblers are sat in 21st, obviously inside the League One relegation zone. They've played 19 games, won 5, drawn 3, lost 11 and have 18 points. The last 3 games, they've not played well. They lost 4-0 to Lincoln City, 4-0 to Oxford United and 2-1 to Crewe Alexandra. So not good at the moment in terms of recent form for the Cobblers. The Gills are doing much better, however. They find themselves sat in 13th, having played a game less than the Cobblers. They've played 18, won 8, drawn 2 and lost 8. They have 26 points on the board so far. Last time out on Boxing Day, it was a 4-1 win against Rochdale. Before that, they lost 2 on a bounce to Accrington Stanley and to Doncaster. So they've picked up their form by hammering Rochdale just at the wrong time. So that doesn't look too good, does it, for the Cobblers? In terms of head-to-head, we've played Gillingham quite a lot, actually, over our history. We've played them 113 times. The Cobblers have won 52 of those, drawing 19 and losing 42. The last time the two sides faced each other was in February 2018, where Gillingham were winners by 2-1 at Sixfields in League One. So the danger men on either side, then the Cobblers have got plenty of danger men that they're not really making the most of at the minute. The likes of Ricky Holmes, Sam Hoskins, not in great form. Danny Rose is someone that Cobblers fans have been calling to see back in the side, and he's come back in and hasn't really been provided too much service. So there isn't much danger men in the minute at this Cobblers team because they're not playing very well. But you would expect the likes of Ricky Holmes to step up, Sam Hoskins, Harry Smith up front if he starts, Danny Rose. They're all good enough to cause problems on the pitch for the Gills. But as for Gillingham, they're the ones we want to know about. They've got the likes of Matty Willock in their team, Kyle Dempsey, who's a really good established creative midfielder at League One level, can do the dirty work as well, and I'm sure we'll hear a bit more about him from our Gillingham fan in just a moment. Dominic Samuel as well is another one. Let's get up front. John Akinde is well established at this level. Big, target man striker. Really good, both in the air and on the floor. Jordan Graham as well is another one who I think can play in the attacking positions, as well as Alex McDonald, who is a really creative midfielder. I think he was at Mansfield, if I'm right, and is now sort of doing well at League One level. And then one of the Cobblers' heroes from the playoffs last season, Dane Oliver. Obviously, the Cobblers released him at the end of this season. Then he went and signed for Gillingham, which was a real shame. Obviously doing better at Gillingham in League One than the Cobblers are doing in League One, so a good move for him. The Cobblers, maybe they'd be doing better in League One if Dane Oliver was still with us, and the problem is for the Cobblers, Dane Oliver is also scoring goals for Gillingham, as I'm sure we'll hear from my Gillingham fan in a minute. They do quite like him there, and he is doing quite well, which probably sets him up perfectly to score against us on Tuesday night. Okay, so time to hear a bit more about those Gills danger men from a Gillingham fan. Lewis Browning, you've seen his face on the channel loads of times before. You'll be familiar with him. He's great at what he does, both writing and when he does some video stuff as well. So Lewis, tell us all about the Gills.
Hello everybody at Cobblers Vlogs. My name is Lewis. I'm a journalist and also a Gillingham fan. I'd like to first of all say a big thank you to Matt for inviting me on to give a preview of the game between Gillingham and Northampton on the 29th at Sixfields from a Gillingham point of view. I'd like to also apologise if I'm a bit sweaty. I've just come back from a very long dog walk. But yeah, just a few points that Matt's asked me to cover. I'm going to start with our recent form. So we had a good run. We were, I think, 4 wins and a draw from 5 games and a really good run of form in the league. We suffered then back-to-back defeats against Doncaster and Accrington. We were really poor in both of them. And in our last run out just before Christmas, we beat Rochdale 4-1 at Scotland, which is no mean feat. I don't think Rochdale, with all due respect, to the toughest side in this league, but we sort of outplayed them in every department. Arguably our best performance of the season. The likes of John Akinde firing and some squad players really, because we've suffered a few injuries. But that was a really good performance. Our game on Boxing Day was called off against Peterborough, obviously because of their COVID outbreak. But yeah, we were in good form. And I'd like to argue we are now in good form. I know one game you can't really say you're in good form off one game, but we had a brilliant result last time out. And again, with all due respect to Northampton, it's probably a good game we could have. A team below us, a team struggling in the league, to sort of back that up and go into the new year off back-to-back victories. So a bit hit and miss. We are sort of mid-table, sort of pushing for that top 10 and hopefully towards the playoffs. There at the minute, our form's a little bit indifferent, but our last game was very impressive. In terms of some danger men from each team, there are a few players from Northampton that Gillingham fans will be familiar with. Harry Smith was in our academy. Michael Harriman, Mark Marshall, Steve Arnold and Ricky Holmes. Ricky Holmes didn't actually play a game for us, but he did sign on loan when he was injured, and unfortunately he never got fit. But yeah, a few players that we're familiar with. Danny Rose as well is also very impressive. I know he's been quite good for you guys. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on the ex-Gillingham players in your squad. But one eye on Danny Rose as well. From a Gillingham point of view, Northampton fans will know Verdane Oliver very well. He's been an absolute star since he's come in. Great personality, great guy to talk to. He knows where the net is as well, and I'm sure you guys know he does not lose a header. One of the most aerial duels in the league this year. And yeah, like I say, he doesn't lose a header. And he's back fit. He was on the bench against Rochdale, not fully fit, but he is now fit. Jordan Graham as well. He's a doubt. He's missed the last few games with injury. Steve Evans, our manager, has said that he will definitely be fit for Plymouth if he's not fit for this one. Plymouth is our game on the 2nd of January, so hopefully he makes this one. He, in my opinion, try not to be biased, is one of the best players in the league. I don't know how we've got him, to be honest, but he's a great star, great player, big star, I should have said. But he's a talent, Verdane Oliver's a talent, and John Akinde as well, like I said, is starting to find form as well. You can hear my dogs barking there, apologies. But finally, a score prediction from me. I think it helps you guys that it's at six fields. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 Gillingham win. Again, thank you, Matt. All the best for the rest of the season. But unfortunately, not all the best for Tuesday night. Up the Gills. See you later, guys.
Massive thanks to Lewis there for chipping in and giving us his thoughts on Tuesday night's game. All that's left for me to do is give a score prediction. It's going to be a really tough one, I think, against Gillingham. They're a decent sort of mid-table team. They've got good players, really good players in their team, and I think they're going to beat us. I think it's going to be 4 on the bounce for the Cobblers, but the Cobblers really need that point. I'd like to have just a 0-0. We'll take that. I think anything that Cobblers get out of this game, a point we'll take, 3 points we'll most certainly take. But I can't see the Cobblers winning this one either. I think Gillingham's squad is just too strong for us, and I think we're going to bow out to a 2-0 defeat. I hate to say it, Cobblers fans, but I just can't see a win coming from anywhere at the minute, and it's definitely going to be a tough one. But hopefully the Cobblers can get the win. Maybe if you like this video, the Cobblers will get the win. Go and do that. Like this video, hit our subscribe button, and then maybe the Cobblers will produce some magic on Tuesday night and get a win. So yeah, that's it from me. Make sure you do leave a like on the video and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for all your support throughout 2020 as well. If I don't see you before the end of the year, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.